Yeah, I agree with them because Phil can be condescending. And I think this was a little subtle jab at LeBron and his friends. And the reason they're upset, I really agree. I don't think it was race. I don't think Phil Jackson's a racist or anything like that. But I do think it was a little bit demeaning and disrespectful because, and it tells you how LeBron and Maverick and his guys, Rich Paul, his agent, view themselves, and as they should, as businessmen. They view themselves just like the executives that run these teams or the executives that run a company. And in fairness, Maverick Carter is the CEO of LRMR, marketing, LeBron's marketing firm. He runs Spring Hill Entertainment, which has all these television shows. Rich Paul is an agent who doesn't only represent LeBron, but Ben Simmons, John Wall, Tristan Thompson, other top players around the league. So they feel like, look, if Joe Lacob, the owner of the Warriors, Steve Kerr, Bob Myers, the GM, Travis Schlenk, the assistant GM, if they were somewhere, you wouldn't refer to them as Lacob's posse. And so that's where they're coming from. We're executives, we're businessmen. Give us that respect.
Well, they also need to understand, in my opinion, what level they're operating at. And there are no victims at the level they're operating at. And so, listen, I love everything LeBron James stands for, the work he does in Akron. I respect the fact that he's built a path for his friends to move up and operate into the universe that he operates in. But I think they need to be careful here. Because, again, at LeBron's level, he is not a victim. And
do you think they're putting themselves in the victim category? I mean, they're just saying, look, we're offended. They feel like we're on a level where we can talk to Phil Jackson as equals. And if you offend us, we're not just going to take it, okay, we're not saying we're victims. We're just telling you we didn't like that comment.
I don't get offended a lot. And I know I can't, everybody can't be me. But I don't think these guys should be offended. For one, because my response would be, look, if we a posse, we the best. That's what I would be saying. If this is a posse, everybody should want to join. That would be my initial reaction. But also, Chris, I had someone do some research on the word posse and how it's used. You can go dig up and find people publicly commenting about Donald Trump's posse, Hillary Clinton's posse.
I haven't seen that.
Carson Wentz's posse. People use the word posse a lot. And
Sir Mix-a-Lot. My posse's
yes.
on the
And so I'm not sure if I do think Phil was taking a shot at them, and this was really about Pat Riley. And this is really
think that
I think this is about the old guard in the NBA saying, look, man, if we cater this whole league to the athletes, everybody's going to want special treatment. Everybody's going to want their mom and friends flying on the planes because that's what young athletes do. I think this is the old guard pushing back against LeBron because LeBron is ascending to higher and higher power. And what comes with ascending to higher and higher power is turbulence. And this is just turbulence. This isn't someone trying to be offensive to them. And again, when you start expressing offense, now you're ascribing motive or you're ascribing an agenda or a superiority that I don't think Phil was trying to say that I'm superior to these guys. He was just making a comment.
I like that they came out and said something because I do think it shows how much LeBron has more power in the league than Phil Jackson. I mean, Phil Jackson is a huge name, as big as just about any in the league, but LeBron is essentially challenging him because of what he said. I'll say this. You mentioned LeBron setting up his guys to do these great things. I do think that is a great model that I wish more athletes would do. To talk about posse or entourage, a lot of these players, they'll just have guys hang out with them and hit the clubs and kick it and do all the things socially that they want to do and not put those guys in positions to be empowered. So when that athlete's done, those guys may be in their early 30s or whatever. What do they have? And they milked you dry. They took a lot of your money, not purposely, but you ended up spending all this money on them. Whereas LeBron put his guys in position to now when LeBron's done playing, Rich Paul will still be a top agent. Maverick Carter will still run these businesses. I would like to see an athlete say, if you grew up with me and you my boy and I told you, if I make it, I'm going to take care of you. All right, man, I'm in the NBA now. You got 6 years to graduate from college. all right? And then you get your degree, and then you'll come and work for me at a high level. You know, things like that, put them in position to be empowered rather than just hanging out with you and sucking you dry of your money.